thing that I'm most proud of is my 3 children and 1 grandson. The single most important thing in my life is the kind of world that I will be passing on to them. I'm deeply concerned about climate change and the existential disaster that will happen if we don't do everything possible to mitigate that disaster.
I'm here to speak in opposition to this ballot measure. I have a slide that shows our current San Diego Forward Plan, solid line, greenhouse gas emissions over time through 2050. This data is from SANDAG's Environmental Impact Report. The dotted lines are the greenhouse gas reduction targets by 2 governors' executive orders. I'd like to ask if you could show me on this graph where this ballot measure puts us. Does it bridge the gap? I've heard it said by staff and board members that this measure is
I'm gonna have to remind you.
our last best
Blinking
chance
red light
at
means
getting
your
a
time
ballot
is
measure
up.
passed. This is our
Thank
best
you.
shot at more transit.
Thank you.
I've got to say, no way is it. It can't be. The
Okay,
people of
I'm gonna
San
ask.
Diego deserve an agency and board of directors that can address challenges as they come up.
You're done.
I oppose the SANDAG ballot measure because I don't want to see freeways expanded. That's not a solution. It's not even a Band-Aid.
We want you to revise your plan and reassign funding sources to meet the requirements of the 2 executive orders on greenhouse gas reduction.
I'm here to speak in opposition to the proposed ordinance. It isn't just that I oppose it, it's insufficient. I am opposed to the proposed SANDAG ballot measure for at least 3 critical flaws. First and foremost is the measure's lack of a real response to our climate emergency. Second, the proposed transportation improvements do not positively impact most residents of the area. Third, the measure is paid for off the backs of middle income and poor people, those who benefit the least from this measure.
If you really want to prepare the San Diego region for the future, don't continue to invest in the obsolete. SANDAG needs to instead of continuing its futile attempt to mollify its critics, most of whom do not use transit anyway. It needs to look forward to future technologies, not the past. Thank you.
You, who are supposed to represent the people of the entire county, seem dead set on doing as little as you possibly can to address the most serious problem we face as human beings in the 21st century. And I hear the voice in the distance say,
Thank you.
we're gonna get into trouble if we do.
Thank you.
And
Ma'am?
We only have a small window of time to keep carbon in the ground and transition to clean energy. Put simply, the existing SANDAG plan and the proposed ballot measure take us in the wrong direction. And my choice is to no longer stand by as we move inexorably towards tipping points that will change our planet forever.
Like inspiring leaders who have come before us, it is now up to each of us to say, I will no longer cooperate with a system that is unequal and does not serve future generations.
I'm here today because my understanding of the climate crisis and my conscience demands it.
Scientists have made it crystal clear that we must reduce greenhouse gas emissions dramatically in the next 20 years if we want to avert catastrophic, irreversible changes to our planet. I just can't stand by while we lock in a future for our precious kids that is less healthy, less safe, and less economically stable than the one we inherited from our parents. 7th graders understand this catastrophe.
Okay.
Why don't the adults? 7th graders are willing to act.
7th graders would see that red light blinking too.